Hi, kids. I'm Mr. Steven. This is...
Me.
And this is...
Claire.
Welcome to the Kids Table. So today our topic is the women of the resurrection. And I come across this and I immediately think of a poetic license. And poetic license is where you tell your own story and you kind of add your own little twist to it to make it interesting for others. Now there are 4 stories to the gospel, and I'm going to tell them to you quickly, just adding my own little twist. There is Matthew, where the tomb has guards set at it to protect it, to make sure that people don't steal Jesus' body. And then Mary and the other Mary go to this tomb. There's an earthquake. There's a stone removed from the tomb, and an angel is sitting on the stone. Says to the ladies, please give this message to the gentleman. Okay, then there's Mark, not Mark Winter, the Gospel of Mark. In the Gospel of Mark, the women walk to the tomb. Miraculously, the stone is rolled away, and there's an angel sitting inside the tomb that gives a message to the women. Luke, the women go to the tomb, and angels appear next to them. They give a message to share. Peter runs to the tomb, sees the linens, and walks away. And then there's John. Mary goes to the tomb. She sees the stone rolled away. She goes to tell the men. The men race each other to get to the tomb. They see the linens, and they walk away. Mary then sees the angels, and Jesus thinks he's a gardener, and he tells her to be not afraid and to go share the good news. Now, I really appreciate that there's 4 different stories. I love that there's 4 different people telling their version of the story, because I relate to maybe 1 or 2 or little bits of each one, and it helps me enhance the story in my own heart. There are some similarities that I love to touch upon. The fact that there's women in every story, that the stone is always removed, and that there's angels in every story. And the difference is that Jesus shows up in one of the stories, that the men are included sometimes, and there's one earthquake. It just adds a little flair to it, which I appreciate. And so I share with you a popular story now and 3 different takes on it, and I hope that you enjoy that. Hi, Gregory.
Hey.
Hi, McKelvey.
Hi.
Hi, Claire.
Hi.
Can you tell me about the story Encanto?
Good girl.
Encanto.
Magical doors. People have powers. The house breaks. The candle is dying.
Who's dying? The
Candle.
Candle is dying, right? There's a candle in the story.
Abuela tells Mirabel the story of Pedro dying.
Yep.
And then Mirabel sings this song called The Family Madrigal.
The Family Madrigal.
And then the kids know that she doesn't have a gift. And then Isabella bumps into Mirabel.
Mm-hmm.
And Mirabel bumps into a statue. And kids are hanging on Luisa's back.
So, what are their powers?
Well, like, Lisa's super strong. Mirabel is very kind. That's her power.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know that. And Isabella about goes flowers everywhere.
Everywhere. Do we talk about Bruno?
No. Book.
It broke, right. And then, does the house get brought back together by the family?
Yeah. They build the house back together.
Yeah, and then they give the doorknob to Mirabel, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, kids. That was great. Thank you for sharing. I would like you this week to find your story, the story that you've heard 3 different ways or 4 different ways. And I want you to think about the similarities and the differences and how much you connect to those stories and what parts of the stories you like. And I thank you for joining us today, and have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.